It's only game. Why you have to be mad?
Good news, bad news situation, guys. Good news, Area of Conquest almost over. 1 day, 8 hours left. Hopefully you guys are in an active guild that allows you to collect a good amount of rewards. Here I am, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels deep into the end game of Road to the Top. Just want to make a point that I'm not spending on the golden ticket here. All right, $24.99 is a good value if you're into that sort of thing. A quick update about the Lara Croft and Great Storm event ending early. At the moment, I don't have any information, says Community Manager Tony. But the developers are aware of the situation. As soon as I have an update, I will definitely let you know. Now, many players are choosing to not spend until there is some kind of consideration given for the Lara Croft event ending early, for the Seer's game event ending early a month ago, for the Great Storm ending early. You know, the event itself didn't end early, but all of the resources were converted early, which was a raw deal, especially if you paid for some of those resources. Some of you players bought medals bundles. Some of you players bought Seer's coin bundles, and they were all converted early, several hours early, in fact. Now, the bad news is Seer's game is going to start immediately following Area of Conquest. So in 1 day and 8 hours, 27 minutes, not tonight, but tomorrow night, or tomorrow morning, depending on where you are in the world, I guess, Seer's game is going to go live. Seer's game is going to go live, and of course, the first thing that everybody, well, hopefully the first thing that everybody is going to have a chance to earn is the new angelic skin for Krista. Now this, by the way, magic damage is how you beat Ishmael. Ishmael can dodge magic damage for a few seconds every now and then, but Krista is one of the heroes that's really good at countering Ishmael. Bad news, not a very good hero by herself. Unless you already have Lars and Krista leveled up, you probably don't care about this. Her ascension is already in game. This thing is going to be really, really, really strong. Okay, Krista, tank, really strong against Lyria Ishmael teams in general. Mage tank with Aiden healer, very, very strong against Ishmael lines. Throw Helios in the back, pretty good. For what it's worth, like an Astaroth, Nebula, Augustus, Orion Helios will probably beat, you know, the Lyria Ishmael teams as well. Pretty strong ability here. This ability is going to go off quite frequently. Just to kind of put it in perspective. Oh, look at that. She's the second highest powered, the second most powerful hero in the game now, behind Lara Croft. That is something. I like using Martha a lot versus Ishmael. I think this could work just by itself, to be honest with you, but let's go with something fun like Jorgen. Why not? The main thing here is I want to see how often the ice block stops the attack. Like basically every time Ishmael hits, she's going to go into ice block. She's going to break out. Look at that damage. Wait, it does it to the front and midline? Wait a second. Krista is hitting the front and the midline as well. Twins IDH. Ooh, that could be fun. I don't think Dorian really works well with Krista, though. Every time Ishmael is hitting Krista, she's ice blocking. See that? Cannot protect Lars from Lyria. But everybody else is fine. Now the question is do we have enough damage, or do we swap Lars for somebody better, like Polaris? Or this might be where you stick Cascade, because Cascade is a rear line hero. It's not enough. So let's drop Lars together. I'm sorry, all together. Not together, all together. Let's try Polaris. She applies Chorus. Polaris applies magic penetration artifact weapon as well. Boris, we're not trying to win. This team is easy to beat. I want to be very clear. The team on the right is a very easy team to beat. I'm just trying out the new Krista right now. Again, you're going to see a lot of players considering Sebastian, considering Lara Croft, considering Aiden to level up. I don't know that Polaris is really needed here. You know, we are definitely not losing to Lyria. She's so weak to magic damage as a strength-based hero. If I played this on manual mode, I could probably kill Lyria faster, but that's fast enough. So again, maybe we swap the team pet to Merlin. again, it just doesn't seem like it's enough damage. So survivability is there, but that's never really been a problem for Krista. That's never really been a problem with any like mage slash Aiden, no, mage tank Aiden support team. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be it, guys. I don't know if this is going to be enough. Lars instead of Lara. It could be. Lars is just dying to Lyria, though. Krista, Lars, Orion, Polaris, Nebula. Orion could be fun. Wow, guys. Swapping to Merlin, we wrecked the front line. Hold on a second. Merlin is the difference maker. Team Pet Merlin. Hold on. So Krista, Axel, Lars, Chorus, Orion. Where's my Orion? Orion. There you are. Orion with Merlin, Polaris, Marla. Let's see. And Nebula. Not Sebastian. We use Nebula. So then we have to use Chorus to counter Fafnir's stun. Let's try it. Let's try it. B. Doran, thank you. We are not trying to win because the team on the right is definitely easy to beat. We are trying out the new Krista. But welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are just trying out the new Krista against a generic Lyria Ishmael team. Seems pretty good, although we haven't won yet. Okay. We won. It seemed like we won pretty well there, even with no healer. We have a lot of magic damage going out versus a lot of heroes, a lot of enemies with watermarks. Not bad. Not bad at all. So here's the bad news with this team, though. The average, okay, so it's not a 100%. The average new-ish player has Cadaver Milkshake, Viking. That's our name now. Cadaver Milkshake. Anyway, the average player is going to have Nebula and Orion leveled up for sure because of Augustus, Dante, etc. The average player is not going to have Lars and Krista leveled up. The average player is not necessarily going to have Polaris leveled up. But there you go. Krista now and Nebula's. Yep. Nebula, we can't forget Nebula does do a little bit of spot healing. Yes, she do. That's, that's not bad. That's not bad. There are a lot of teams that can beat this. A lot of them involve using Amira. I like that you don't have to use Amira here, so you can use Amira elsewhere if you wanted to. Though, I'm not really sure what exactly would we do. Like, how would we position this separately if we can't use Nebula? So here's a thought experiment, though. And again, the team on the right, I'm not saying the team on the right is the best version of Lyria Ishmael, but you are going to see a lot of Lyria Ishmael, right? We can agree that Lyria Ishmael is a very popular team right now with Lara Croft, with Nebula, with a healer. There's no healer here on the right on the defending team. There's a lot of variations. This team on the left here, it's not using at all is it's not using any Amira or Heidi variation. So we could in theory do the Amira, Heidi, Lara Croft, Heidi. We could use this variation. We just need kind of an additional hero to stick in here. Sebastian, maybe? Do we use Sebastian here? If we don't use Sebastian here, we can still use Lyria, Sebastian to counter an Augustus, Dante, Orion team. So I think we try to avoid Sebastian. Let's try... What's another hero that a lot of people have leveled up? Switch this to Albus. Because you can... My thought process here is, like, if I were trying to kill two Dante, Orion, Augustus teams, there's a strategy for that. If I were trying to kill two Lyria, Ishmael teams, there's a strategy for that as well. And that could be something along these lines. What about Helios? I know not a lot of people have Helios leveled up, but this could be a second team that could counter this team pretty well without having to dip into any of the heroes that kill the Dante, Orion, Augustus line. Okay, so we won, but we didn't win clean. I don't know if this is going to be a 100% win rates. Dorian could be interesting because that keeps Aiden and Amira alive a little bit longer. And that's all you really need to do is you just need to survive like one Ishmael ult. Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Squire Nelson says Ziri, Goose, Martha. Ooh, a lot of people have Martha leveled up. Yeah, Martha could be good. Martha is... Goose could be good. I don't like Goose standing out front, though. Martha has that armor artifact. And the speed up. Where is my... There we go. Yeah. And that speed up. That could be a good choice. Yeah. The bonus healer definitely helps survive. Okay. Do we have consistency here? Hey, well, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, well, regardless of what we're looking at here, we've got an update for Krista, and if you like Krista, then go crazy. We're missing something here. We're missing a pretty dramatic piece, and that is Cascade, right? How is Cascade going to impact Amira teams? How is Cascade going to impact Krista, Lars, Twins teams? How is Cascade going to impact Augustus and Orion teams? How is Cascade going to impact Satori Celeste teams that are good against Dante, Orion, Augustus? You know, there's a lot of opportunity for Cascade to make a pretty sizable impact. And the good news is it's very likely you can add Cascade into any of those teams. So if you like Amira Heidi, Amira Nebula Heidi, Amira Aiden, if you like the Twins, if you like Satori, I bet you Cascade will fit into a lot of teams, right? But do I think that the Krista update is enough? I mean, we did have a team there that won. Nebula instead of Lara. Well, we've already used Nebula though, Spooky Spikes. It was just a thought experiment. It was an experiment because we've got a couple of teams that do well against this line that uses Nebula. The Twins, Nebula, Polaris, Orion do well against Lyria Ishmael. So it's like if I were trying to go into Clash of Worlds with two teams, because you know there are definitely some guilds that are using the Dante Orion Augustus strategy where everybody, that's the wrong thing, where everybody is, everybody's lining up Dante Orion Augustus, you know, in the shooting range, in the Heroes Bridge, everybody's using that team, in the Citadel, like all 30 players in your guild are using the Dante Orion Augustus team. That is definitely a strategy that a lot of players are going after, and you could adopt the strategy yourself that I'm going to fight. I want to bring heroes to the fight that can kill two of those teams so that my guild has players that can fight elsewhere, right? You want to help out your guild to make things easier to win overall. Pretty soon, if not already, we're going to see nothing but, you know, obviously Dante Orion Augustus doesn't have a ton of overlap with Ishmael Lyria. So it might end up being a world where you see both. But if you have multiple teams leveled that can beat them, then you're going to be an even better asset to your guild in Clash of Worlds, right? I feel like the objective is to avoid. Yeah, Minion Master has it right. If you can build a team that doesn't require Nebula and Sebastian, or if you can go up against teams that don't have Nebula and Sebastian, kind of both ways it works. Yeah.